morning, friends. We are extremely honored to have Professor Uday Gadkari with us today. He is the president of the Council of Architecture, which is a supreme body for all architects. And it's extremely nice of him to have agreed to come here, and also he's going to speak to us. I heard him spread his roadmap for architectural education during the last NatCon. He has ambitious plans and he has a great vision. He understands the challenges in architectural education, and he is going to devote substantial part of his time and efforts towards improving the quality of education, the quality of management of institutions, etc. Sir, we look forward to your support, and on our part in McGAN, we will assure you that we will rise up to the occasion and meet all your recommendations and see that we satisfy, not only simply satisfy council, but then produce very competent professionals out of this college and who will have bright career not only in this country but anywhere in the world. It's very important in these days of globalization. Now the activities have been globalized, the architectural practice also have been globalized. We held Commonwealth Games in India some time ago, and we are building international airports, and we are building nuclear containment structures. We build aircraft hangars. So there's a huge opportunity. Even in healthcare facilities, the facilities have been globalized. So please look up to a great future, as our correspondent Mr. J.P. Gandhi was saying, that you should look up to a very bright future. Now, you're all young, you have just come out of the school, and you have got into a course by somebody telling you that become an architect, or maybe somebody in the family is an architect who has motivated you, or simply somebody told you that if you are an architect, you will have a bright career, you will make more money, and all kinds of impressions you may have. But try to understand what is architecture. Now, as a student, you should know that architecture is a kind of a challenging profession, which is neither art nor engineering, but an amalgamation of both. And architecture is an applied form of art. It's not a pure form of art. In a pure form of art, the creations just satisfy your aesthetic urges only. They have no functions to perform. Whereas an architectural product is designed to deliver. It has got to work. Apart from looking aesthetically attractive, there is no point in having a hospital which looks very attractive, but then the doctors and the paramedical staff are unhappy with it. So you have to have a product that works. So building also is a product. It can be compared to an aircraft. It can be compared to a car. Now a car, see a BMW car, looks beautiful. But what's use if it is not a good transport? So it has got to have so many other attributes and other virtues. So the architectural education is designed to make sure that you are trained not only in sensitivities towards aesthetics, but also other related subjects. Now soon, when the course starts, we will give you the curriculum, a copy of the curriculum. Perhaps you already have it. You will come to know what are the subjects that you are going to learn. Some of them may appear a little alien to you. Oh, I thought I am going to come here and design buildings. Why should I learn materials? Why should I learn construction? What's the use of learning history and all that? Kindly do not have such preconceived notions. The curriculum has been designed very well in order to give you a total comprehension of the tasks ahead of you. So you have to learn with equal interest, passion and dedication. This is from your point of view. And we teachers, we will also resolve to make sure that we make every subject interesting to you, make you understand that why you are learning it and what's the relevance to your core subject, and then make sure that you live with a knowledge which is total, integrated and comprehensive. Now, this will be the teacher's job. I have, next year, I'll be completing 50 years of my profession. Now, I have gone through a very hazardous path. In our days, when I got graduated in the year 1965, days were different. There was not so much access to knowledge. We were not exposed. Even our traveling was limited. Now most of you are all well traveled, you got access to internet, you are all well read. Now, with a note of caution, I will tell you that whatever you learn, try to filter it and then learn what is appropriate. This is where we teachers come in. Now, whatever we learned, me and my colleague Solomon and all that here, we have to learn substantially after graduation, during the tenure, learn the hard way. You will also do that. Learning never stops. You will continue to learn even when you get out of the college and get into the profession. The commissioning of your first building is a great experience. It's like delivering a baby. You know the excitement, what you have created, that building, and that will go on from simple buildings to complex buildings to challenging buildings and all that. So look forward to a very bright future with a very positive frame of mind. Now, just to put you very simply, a building has got to satisfy 4 attributes. Please remember this. One is function. The building has got to be functionally sound. It has got to work. Should be satisfying for the user who is going to use that building. Then it has got to be stable and built well. So the structure. So first we said function, then we have structure. Now this should be done in a very reasonable and appropriate cost. So the economy comes into the picture, the cost effectiveness, understanding of the materials, understanding of the structural systems, choosing the appropriate system for the appropriate type of building. And this is where engineers, you've got to work in close liaison with engineers. Engineers not of one kind, but all kinds. Structural engineers, construction managers, acoustic engineers, electrical engineers, air conditioning engineers, public health engineers. So finally, it is like a huge teamwork. And you as the designer has got to understand the fundamentals of all and put them together. Now the individual skills and expertise alone will not guarantee a good building. You should know how to lead a project. And learning is a continuous process. So that is about the economy part and the engineering part. Last but not the least is aesthetics. Nobody wants anything ugly. Even if you buy a cell phone, you get carried away with the appearance of a cell phone. Not only that, it should function, it should work and all that. So aesthetics is something which is a human need. So whatever you build in the city, be a overhead tank, it could be even a lamppost, make it appear aesthetically satisfying to the people who walk around. Nobody likes an ugly city. And our elders gave us big heritage. I'm sure Madurai would have looked a great city when it was built, Srirangam. But today, I do not know what we have done to that city. So the glorious cities have been ruined by thoughtless and haphazard and chaotic kind of structures and interventions which have got different priorities. So we as architects have to take responsibility not only for the buildings what we create, but for these. This building is only part of a city. The city should not become a warehouse of buildings. It should be a city where the buildings are arranged nicely. And what is a city? It's a glorified campus. A campus looks attractive. I don't know how many of you have been to IIT Kanpur, designed by Karninde. There are so many campuses, the National Dairy Airport campus in Baroda. Now, these campuses look very nice. Every city should look like a huge campus, satisfying the aesthetic thing. So coming back to this, these 4 fundamentals, please do not forget. function, structure, economy, and aesthetics. Now, the entire curriculum is made in such a way that you start with learning to appreciate aesthetics. There's under lessons on your design studio, basic design, should know how to draw. What do you think NATA tests have been designed to check your skills and aptitude? You should know how to distinguish between what is good and what is bad, the grammar of aesthetics. Then once you learn that, then you are taught how to understand spaces, volumes. And then you are taught how to put these volumes together. After all, what's a house? It's an assembly of various rooms and volumes. Every room is a volume. Living room, dining room, kitchen, bedroom. Now all these are put together to make a meaningful dwelling unit. Now you are taught to think logically. So you will have a process in your teaching, and teaching is a two-way process. Please simply do not listen to lectures, raise questions, get your doubts clarified then and there. And in teaching, I found teaching is perhaps one way of learning. We all learn continuously because when we teach to bright youngsters like you are all well informed. We have to be on our toes. If you ask a question, if I'm not able to answer and if I brush you aside, you lose the respect for me. So I got to do my homework well. So I, on behalf of all our colleagues here, assure you that we will be well prepared, we will come with our homework. You do your homework. And let us have a very beneficial and reciprocal process by which we teach and you learn and we become sharper, you also become sharper. And finally, you come as somebody. There the things don't end. You only get qualified to enter the profession. Then you still keep learning. As I was talking to my colleagues yesterday evening, I learned a lot from the sites, from the workman, the carpenter, from the mason, who has learned things through tradition. And, these people have intuitive knowledge. And you can pick up information from anywhere and everywhere. Keeps your eyes open. For architects it's very important. You should be good observers. You go to a place, go and sit in a railway station, you are waiting for a train. Just don't waste that time. See what's happening around you. Look at the problems. You go to a pizza joint, you have a pizza, look around the restaurant and then see what is happening there. How better the place could have been designed, what facilities are missing. Now the point is, it's a continuous observation, feedback, and ability to identify solutions. So these skills, many things have to come from you, and many things have got to be imparted from us to you. So we will do that. All this will happen. You are joined one of the best institutions in the country, and somebody told me, in a lighter vein, this is a school situated at the highest altitude in the country. Perhaps it's true. I don't think there are schools in Darjeeling or any such places. And scenic place. This itself is a place which will inspire you. Film directors come here to get inspired, to get proper compositions of their scenes and all that. And it is almost a residential school. I believe there's a very small percentage of day scholars, practically none. Now, when you're a residential school, you learn to live, with each other. The human qualities become much better. You have extended learning. And to your fortune, many teachers live in the campus. And the director and the management has even approved extended timing for the library, extended timing for the studio. Please make use of it. If other institutions do a 5-year course, you will be doing a 7-year course or an 8-year course compared to 5 years. That's the quality of time what you have. Have your fun. At the same time, do not waste this opportunity. Get the best of this. And all this is possible only when you are regular, attentive, and self-imposed discipline. Discipline is not something which can be imposed by force. It should come from you. And the parents are also listening to this from the lower halls. For thanks to the technology, they are watching it through LCD. Now, I appeal to all the parents. Please make sure that your wards are kept psychologically happy, comfortable, and make sure that they are equipped with all the genuine requirements. And if you are worried as to what your children is going to do in these 5 years, what our students have already done have been displayed in the halls. I specifically appeal to the parents to go and have a look at those drawings what they have done. These all have been done by the students who are now studying in the college. Some of them are passed out. So they will give you an idea what sort of products your children will sort of turn out. And parents should make sure that from that side they instill regular attendance. This is a nice place. Very difficult to get up early in the morning. You feel like shrugging and then covering your blankets and sleep. But pick up good habits. Somebody else, our chairman was saying, if I were to study here, I'll get up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm not sure, I'm not confident. But then he said, I'll get up at 4:30 in the morning, I'll do jogging, I'll do this and all that. No, but anyway, make best use of the ambience. Not only the physical ambience or the landscape and all that, but also the people around you, the teachers around you, the facilities around you. Then any institution can always find fault with. You can always say, oh, it should have been like this could have been like this, and all that. No institution is perfect. I, on behalf of management, assure you, the students, and also the parents here, that we are on a continuous path of improvement. Our chairman, correspondent, and director will not rest their oars until this institute is made to perfection. And we'll do that in all respects, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of quality of faculty. And the moment the complacence sets in that we have now achieved everything, then that's not a good sign. And I don't think that will happen after having listened to chairman's vision and dreams. It is our responsibility, a collective responsibility, to fulfill their dreams, which will fulfill your dreams. So I wish you the very best. You have taken the right path of career, and work hard and make the best of it, and let this be a huge team effort. I particularly request any of the parents not to take anything for granted. Watch their wards very carefully, watch their progress. If they have any issues, they have access to all of us. They can come to us. And we are all very, very objective. There is no fault-finding mission at all. We will try and address the issue and try and resolve it that everybody's requirement is met. So with these few words, I once again wish the very best to all the new students and congratulate you on having selected this course and also this institution. All the best to you. Thank you for the opportunity.